What's up, everybody on YouTube? It is your boy back with another video, and in today's video I just wanted to initially start off by just looking at some of these booster boxes and just kind of analyzing the market. I think a lot of people are fearful right now, and rightfully so, because when you see a market go up the way that this market did, it can obviously signal a bubble. But the quote of the day, guys: be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. So I think there's a big misconception in the hobby that you need to hear it out of the horse's mouth for it to be true. Okay? I need to see this get bought up. I need to see this big influencer in the scene say that this is the best buy. I'm buying this. Guys, a lot of these people have ulterior motives. Okay? They hold heavy bags in a certain item. If you ever see somebody shouting out like, OP04, and like really pushing it heavy, like Vivid Voltage, Battle Styles, they probably want to get rid of their position. And it's been, I mean, obviously not OP04, but you get the point. Some people have alternative agendas and they have a big name in the scene. I'm not going to, throw any names out there, but, I've seen it with my own two eyes. Okay. And before we get into this one, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below on the market right now. Let me know. I know a lot of people throw out the term pokey, bro. Bro, I'm just trying to make money. I'm just trying to help you guys make money. If you don't like that type of content, then maybe you should go watch somebody else. Maybe someone that like plays a card game and opens packs and does that kind of stuff, because I just want to make you guys money. I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm just being straight up, giving you my thoughts and opinions. I know a lot of people want to hate. A lot of people want to say there's no money to be made. Listen, the cold hard fact is, even in the One Piece market, I think, but I'm almost 100% positive, no box has gone below their MSRP. For no box. None. So, I mean, I don't want to say it because it sounds very cliche, but you're guaranteed to make money if you buy a MSRP. The proof is in the pudding. That goes for Pokemon too. No box, given a long period of time, will ever go down. And don't be pressured to sell if you think and you believe in the product. There are certain products you should sell. There's some that you shouldn't. So, let's get into this video. So we have OP13 here. And it is coming down, and guys, in my opinion, I don't even want to compare it to Destin Rivals, but in my humble opinion, this is like the evolving skies. Okay. This is way better than Destin Rivals. It blows Destin Rivals out of the water. I love the art of the box. It's a beautiful looking box. And here's something people don't think about. Okay. What if the second print is, a red bottom? Red bottom boxes for the second print. So now you have a first print box and it has the pre-errata card in it. And now this box just shoots to the moon. Okay. And another thing that I already know about, but I don't think a lot of people do, is OP14 had 2 waves already. So that's one more than EBO3 and one more than OP13. That's why you see a lot of the high grades in the Mihawk manga. That's why you see a lot of higher PSA 10 pops, because it already got its second wave, hence why they're not reprinting it in June. So I've heard rumors that OP13 is only getting a pack reprint, not a booster box reprint. Okay, I don't know if that's true or not, but I've been doing my research and apparently that is all we're getting. We're just getting the packs. Okay, and who's to say that when they do reprint it, they're not going to do what they did with the other boxes and keep them unsealed? Okay, just a lot of things that honestly would sway me to buy this box. And I know it's a little overinflated. I mean, it's a lot of bit overinflated when you think about how soon it, or hasn't been that long since it released. Can't talk right now. Just got off of work, guys. I'm a little bit tired. I stared at a screen for 8 hours and my brain's a little foggy, but bear with me. So I'm not going to go into every box, but I'm going to mention a couple. OP05, OP13, OP9, OP11. Those are all screaming buys. PRBO2 is something to look out for. And I like OP14. I don't love it because, you gotta, I mean, personally, I love it, but I don't love it as far as the public sentiment of it. and it does also it's probably going to get reprinted again. So let's get into a couple cards here. Now, in my previous video, I did touch on promos. I'm going to touch on a couple more here that I do see some future value in. And I do want to just preference a point, and I hate to bring it back and forth with Pokemon, but these are like the two top dogs. We have historical data, over 30 years of historical data almost in Pokemon. And dude, we are at the beginning of this card game. Do you guys realize how big of an opportunity we have right now to get in early on this? Look, I know a lot of people in the Pokemon scene bring up short printed booster box, okay? But in One Piece, you have short printed booster boxes, and they're the first of its kind. They are original, okay? Now imagine you could go all the way back 30 years from now and get a booster box. Come on, guys. This opportunity here is huge. And let me just mention another thing with promos. I think this is going to resonate with a lot of you. Imagine you had a chance to not only go back, but you had a chance to get a Charizard promo that they didn't print as much as the cards that you find in the sealed product. Imagine you got a chance to go back and get a Charizard winner card for pennies on the dollar, essentially, is what you're paying right now for that card. Now, if this game lasts another 10, 20 years, I believe it will. Man, guys, you're going to be laughing. And one more thing, and then we'll go. It's outperformed Pokemon. One Piece has. So, something to take into consideration. Let's get into the cards. So, these you pull out of the Treasure Rare packs. Very hard to pull. Would not recommend doing it. And if you ever get treasure packs with a booster box, do not buy that because they can be scanned. They can be weighed. This is a beautiful card. I love this card. Obviously, if you can find it raw in a solid condition, I would prefer to buy it and then send it off to get graded. But I believe you're buying this card for pennies on the dollar for what the future value of this card holds. There's not a lot of these out there in circulation. You're not going to be able to pull a lot of these. 3rd anniversary. I mean, you can't really go wrong. I really like this card. There are better buys, but like for a card that I think could be 10 grand, like these other manga rares that have plus 1,000, copies. The signature Luffy, beautiful card, but like this card is more exclusive. It's a cool artwork. Just something to consider. Now I know I brought up the 2nd anniversary. You can see it right down here with the 2nd anniversary stamp. This is the first ever stamped. Now obviously almost double the PSA 10 pop. That's why this one in my opinion is a better buy right now. But this is the first of its kind. Will this hold a premium? I mean, guys, the highest selling Pokemon card is a freaking is a promo card. You cannot pull that in a pack. Okay? That was a winner card. That was very exclusive, and that's what I'm trying to point out to you right now, that these are very similar to that. They're very exclusive. I mean, not one of ones, but you get the point. I like this card. Not my favorite artwork, honestly. I don't see this doing crazy numbers. But the one thing that I will preference about this is that you can get it in lots. And with lots, you get 10 to 15 cards. If 5 of them come back a PSA 10, you quadrupled your money, and then you just sell off the rest as a lot, and boom. I mean, there's your profit. And you can just rinse and repeat that. Maybe I'm spitting a little bit too much game here, but I'm telling you, it's a pretty easy thing to do, especially with the 2nd anniversary. You can find lots of those right now, but you have to take it the opportunity when it arises, because a lot of people catch on to this stuff. Now we get a winner card. Okay, this to me is not a great card. Okay, there's a regional winner card that I wanted to find. It's from 2023 that I really like, but this one's only $400. And it's just to show you, like, these stamps right here, and I hate to compare to Pokemon, but it's so like comparable. The staff promos, the staff promo pre-release cards from Pokemon. That's what I would compare these to, and you're getting these for pennies on the dollar. I mean, I'm not gonna just straight up say put, the house on this card, because I wouldn't. There's a lot, but I'm just saying, look at these promos. Like, do your research and just go through them and see which ones you like the artwork and the public sentiment. Look at the PSA 10 pop. Look at if you can get them in lots, and then conversion over to PSA 10. These are just strategies to make you money, and it's not that hard. Last one. Now, I know I already plugged this one before. This card right here is, I'm not going to say it's a gold mine, but when you find these in lots, which people sell them in lots, I literally just made this play, and they're easily accessible. Low PSA 10 pop. Actually, surprisingly, majority of them that I had in my lot are really good condition. I don't know if that's going to be the same sentiment for you, but I really like this card. I really do. I think this one, it's the rarest out of all the versions of the card, and I just see it doing big things. And yeah, guys, I mean, I'm gonna definitely go back to more sealed content. I have a lot of singles to look through, so I'm gonna be coming out with more singles videos as well. But I do like talking about sealed because that's, I mean, that's the safer stuff. But you can flip these cards quicker and make more profit quicker to reinvest into maybe more inventory or more sealed. So just learn how to make the money move. You need cash flow in this hobby. The worst thing that burns you out quickly in this hobby is not being able to produce cash flow. You're just sitting on stuff, you're just waiting, time's ticking, your life's ticking away, and you haven't made anything because you don't have consistent cash flow. So these are just ways that you can do that, and I do believe everyone out there can make these plays. I'm not that smart, guys. I mean, you don't have to be in this hobby. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys are buying. Let me know what sealed product you guys see a bright future in. And let me know if you're excited for OP15. And another thing I'll mention, then I'm getting out of here, is those boxes, right? So I believe, for whichever one had the Blackbeard SP, and now we're at the Buggy SP, right? And then we had the Shanks and OP13, right? And I know I'm missing one, but they don't have one of that. They don't have those SPs in OP15. So what if it just stopped at OP14 with the Buggy for those limited gold SPs? What if it just stops right there? That could be like the gold star. That could be like the early One Piece gold stars, which if you know those prices, you can kind of predict where that one will go if they stop doing them from here on out. But yeah, guys, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, man. I appreciate all the support, and I'm out.